Hello, speed gaming, friends and enemies. Just kidding. We're all friends. Welcome to Super Metroid Randomizer League Season 3, Week 2 race between Obscure Lifeform of the Noble Foxes and Tracy M of the Hylian SpaceJump Frogs. So I think we've got two players here that are kinda... I don't know, I think this is gonna be a good match. Of course, we all know Tracy M probably needs no introduction, but in case you don't know, Tracy M is one of our organizers of the league, actually, and a rando enthusiast for many years. Obscure Lifeform, I don't know how long he has been playing Super Metroid, but new to the community at least, but does do some of the SMZ3 weeklies and, you know, plays A Link to the Past a lot, so you might know him from A Link to the Past, but also very good. So I'm excited for this matchup. Yeah, we are off, so it's still week 2, today and tomorrow. So it is our dash randomizer. That is the randomizer going from Kip and his friends, has the starter charge beam. That'll do the damage of a regular shot for you. Also has the added functionality of spacer and bombs, which we'll talk about as they come up. Ooh, well, they got real charge now. Don't even get to use the dash charge. I'm sure they like that. I'm sure they're happy about that. I don't like worrying about it. Nice D-boost from Obscure to get the Morphin Ball. Yeah, the thing about Charge Beam and then also the starter Charge Beam and Dash, it's like you need other beams to make it useful. Alright, starting with supers and missiles. No power bombs yet, so won't get to take any divergent routes yet. So that leaves Bomb Terizo to have our block opening item. Yeah, I think this race will be a good one. I think, you know, probably roughly, I don't know, maybe roughly the same in skill. I'm not horribly certain how good Obscure is or isn't with movement and stuff, and I know Tracy for sure has all the rando knowledge, knows all the tricks that might be required. So we'll see how they both do. She's gonna do some ledge grab climbs, and Obscure's taking the wall jump route. Yeah, I don't know anyone who actually enjoys doing the climb. I know I don't. Alright, we're starting with Screw Attack. So that could open up an early gauntlet. It's still a little scary with just no E-tanks. could be something good there. You also have the option of checking it later, because there's no... Yeah, Tracy's just gonna check it later, or maybe even never, depending on which way she goes and what else she finds. Now Obscure, doing the same. They get their high jump boots, that's pretty nice to find early. That might actually encourage them both more to go down instead of up at Red Tower, because now instead of needing to find two things to get into Lower Norfair, that being high jump and Varia, or Varia and Grab, now they only need to find one, which is Varia. Yeah, Tracy had a bit of a better climb than Obscure, and she also got Alcatraz on the first try, so caught up a bit. I don't blame anyone for not practicing the climb, though. Anyway, see our first E-Tank at the Brinstar Reserve. See if either of them go for the trick here to get the item in the back. They don't. I'm sad. There is a trick you can do to get the miner in the back part of the room there, with screw attack. It's a little tricky though. They probably won't need to do it. Yeah, normally you would need some kind of bomb to get back there, but yeah, there's a little trick you can do, but it's kind of hard to do, especially if you've never done it before. I would try it. And I would fail it many times in a race, and then in practice get it first try every time. But that's just me. Alright, more supers at the top, so getting a little slim on our chances of power bomb so far. Oh, there they are. So that's good. No need to worry. They're actually really good on super missiles for a dash seed, to be honest. 15 is very good for the start. So they have neither speed booster or spacer, so they can't check waterway yet, unless one of those happens to be here at the wave gate. Interesting that they both checked. Oh, I guess they had to because of power bombs. Never mind, it's not interesting. So they're gonna do this wave gate trick. It's a little bit easier with high jump because you can just stand on the ground instead of coming through the door. There's our bombs. Huh. That's kind of interesting. Bombs and dash do open up the wreck ship reserve tank item, so you're not, you're not blocked off by only speed booster to check it. We'll see if anyone takes that as a sign that they want to go up. I probably don't expect it. They don't really have a great item for the moat, and yeah, I don't know. It's not that alluring, especially with high jump. Tracy is remembering to go back for the Edekun's item, so we'll see if this pays off for her. Obscure is either not remembering or just choosing not to go back for it. Gotta admit, I forgot about it too, even though the same exact thing just happened in the race an hour ago. Oh, just an E-Tank. Really? Oh, unfortunately, she actually quick drops down the to the pit here. But I don't know, something like some supers or some power bombs will make this okay. Not what she wanted, but you know. Oh, she's actually just gonna leave. Is she gonna go back for the E-tank, I wonder? She is. Ooh, behind Plasma Beam at Spacer. That's an excellent item for your damage output against bosses. And they already have the real charge. Tracy gets a second pack of power bombs here at the Edakun Super, so that's pretty nice. They have bombs, but so it's not the biggest deal, but if you don't find ice, then you want 15 power bombs. Alright, Obscure about to take on Kraid. Nice thing with the charge beam, if it's more comfy for you to go for the Kraid quick kill, charge beam will freeze his hand, so you can get it to stay out of your way, if that helps you. And it's almost decision time for Tracy here. Obscure doesn't quite get the quick kill, but he only needs one more super to Kraid. I couldn't tell if he used one missile and 2 supers or 3 supers there. So, one more shot. Alright, Tracy is also going down. I might like to see some kind of movement item in the next check here. Like SpaceJump or Grapple. Then I would like to see at least one of them go back up for X-Ray. Just more E. I see hell runs in your future. 4 tanks is okay for hell runs. Tracy at this point will actually have 5 when she gets here. 5 is good for getting through Cathedral over to Bubble Mountain. Definitely is enough for the Ice Beam hell run. Four is enough too, but doesn't leave a lot of room for error. So I think 5 would be the safest bet. Obscure also cannot Crystal Flash. There's a 5th tank for him though. Sometimes I like going for Ice Beam first in case you need to get in and out of Ice Beam. If High Jump is an E-tank, you get a nice refill there and won't have to farm up before your Bubble Mountain Hell run. Yeah, the hell runs here. I think the ice beam hell run is in logic with 2 tanks, and with 4 tanks is the cathedral hell run. But I like being cozy. Generally, I don't think about hell runs as far as logic goes. Like, I don't know. If I'm gonna do a hell run, I'm gonna do a hell run. Kraid being pretty mean to Tracy. Plasma Shut'll take care of him, though. Just wave beam that ice. That's pretty nice. Increases their damage quite a bit more. Yeah, there are so many E-tanks in Major Minor Rando that it's very unlikely that by the time you get down here you're not gonna have at least 4. See, now, Obscure will have to kind of make a choice. He'll either have to farm up for the hell runs, or he'll have to just go back up. And it looks like he's choosing to go back up. I actually kind of like this play, for the position that he's in. He knows he can't Crystal Flash, and farming up to where he has like at least 4 tanks could take a really long time off the Novas. So I actually kind of like this. I wonder. I expect Tracy to maybe just go ahead and check ice now and then check high jump, so she'll get the refill at high jump, making her better suited to do the hell runs. Shoutouts to Slowers, getting that refill. Gonna still skip X-ray for now. X-ray probably is technically in logic with this amount of tanks and with bombs, but it's not something I would go for either with no suits. Yeah, and the dash randomizer, either of the suits will do half damage for environmental for like the spikes and stuff. So you could have one suit, no matter which one, the spikes will just do 30 damage instead of 60. And then with both suits, they'll just do 15. Alright, we go and wreck ship. So he's gonna take off his high jump boots, because you can't really CWJ with high jump boots on. I'm sure it's possible, but that sounds like a meme. I don't know that he knows the horizontal bomb jump to get across the moat, but he might. We'll see. Yeah, that's not something I would expect a lot of people to know. You pretty much don't know the horizontal bomb jump across here unless you run new route any percent. Alright, Tracy is saving, so she's gonna do some hell runs. Pretty comfy. Doesn't have enough supers to Crystal Flash, so won't have that option if she gets into trouble. But 6 tanks is pretty cozy. And then with Screw, you don't have to worry about the enemies as much. He did turn off high jump. Oh, he almost had it there. He had the first jump. I think at first he wasn't standing against the door, but when he opened it, but now I think he's figured out that he needs to be up against the door. Tracy did a nice job with the hell run. I just blinked and missed it, pretty much. I also think, like, if you're gonna go for the CWJ, I would oh, you got it. Very nice. I would have actually considered going to Gauntlet at that point. It could be a movement item, so that you wouldn't even have to CWJ at all. Alright. Tracy's gonna go for the speed hell run first so she can get a refill here. Generally a little over like 2 tanks is enough if you have speed. Probably want like 4 if you don't have speed, just in case this is not an E-tank. But if it's an E-tank, sometimes you can waste a lot of time farming there just to get a refill. Yeah, get your prediction in about which suit they're gonna find first. Oh, there's a grapple beam for Tracy. There's no free refill, so she'll have to farm again if she wants to go to wave. She could also elect to just go to wave and do a crystal flash at some point during the hell run. Nice off-screen plasma shot from Obscure there. And Fan Dune is down. That charge wave plasma will do a lot of damage. Alright, I'll probably get these next 2 checks on each side at about the same time. Oh, she's going to wave first, so probably not at the same time. Well, maybe. Alright, Obscure finds Spring Ball. Tracy's gonna reset Sugarfall in Double Chamber, which is just... I don't like that room. A lot of people don't like that room. And it's a little bit harder to get back up if you don't have speed and high jump. So looks like she's just gonna go for the reserve item instead. Oh, she tricked me. She's a tricky one. Yeah, I think she would have been fine as well to just go back at it again. And she also has the option to Crystal Flash if she gets into trouble. I think this Wave Hell Run in particular requires one more E-Tank than just the Bubble Mountain Hell Run, which obviously she has enough for. And Obscure making it through Spiky Room of Death. I think he still has his high jump boots off, which is good, because that'll make... Wait, no. No, he turned it back on. Okay. Yeah, you want to have high jump. Oh, and there's Spazer for trade. She could reset? She's not gonna reset, particularly because normally you would. And just a reserve for Obscure, but since this is Dash, the Spazer Beam has extra utility, so in case she doesn't run into Speed Booster, she wants that option for getting through to Botswoon, or maybe even checking Waterway at some point, if it comes down to that. I also think she could have gotten back through without doing a Crystal Flash, but she would have had to do it eventually, before going to the reserve. Screw attack makes the attic here very nice. Easy peasy. And remember, they do have those bombs, so if something good is at the reserve here, Obscure can get it. And we're kind of running low on options. Something's gotta be here at the reserve or at Croc, I guess. Oh, there's SpaceJump. I would get that. SpaceJump is the best item. Yep, for the Crystal Flash, you need to be under 50 health, and you need at least 10 of each ammo plus one more power bomb to lay. To do the Crystal Flash, basically you just lay your power bomb, hold down, hold both the angle buttons and the shoot button, and try to stay in one place. If you move during a Crystal Flash, it generally won't work. Yeah, you can, if you are in a heated room, you could initiate the Crystal Flash before you get under 50 health. You just gotta time it right, so by the time it goes off, you're under 50 health. But yeah, it's generally a bit safer to go ahead and do it a little early so you don't die during the animation. Alright, Tracy's going Croc. Which is a good play. You kind of have to do it if you're down here in Norfair and haven't found anything. And it's pretty quick with the charged plasma. Oh, there's Gravity. So one suit. Gravity is the winner of the prediction. And just a reserve tank for Obscure. But they do have that SpaceJump. Which, you know, depending on how good you are, like Tracy's likely not going to get that SpaceJump ever. So if you want a little bit of a movement advantage, that's a good thing to find. Obscure can also go ahead and check X-Ray on the way back down. He is now going for Gauntlet. There won't be a suit at Gauntlet, but it could be something good like Ice or Speed Booster, which would also make his routing from now on a bit faster. He's also going to take a refill, which is also smart. You can get the save too in case Gauntlet is nothing. Gravity on its own in Dash will also provide a 50% reduction in heat damage over time. So when Tracy goes to a heated room, her health will tick 50% slower than it was before. So without like Speed Booster or SpaceJump or something, you need to either do this gate glitch or go ahead and bomb jump. Tracy missed the gate glitch, so she's gonna just come down here and bomb jump instead. It's a little slow, but gets the job done. I don't know about anyone else, but it seems like Tracy would kind of agree. I think IBJs are a little bit harder when you have high jump boots on. Just the timing of when you have to lay the first bomb feels different. Oh, speed booster at Croc as well. That's really nice for Tracy. Croc was loaded today. Alright, Obscure could get a significant advantage if this here is Varia. It will probably delay the amount of time he takes to get to Croc though. But we'll see. Oh, just an E-Tank. So Varia at this point it has to be either Waterway or in Meridia. Spacer opens up Waterway, but Waterway is still not in logic without Speed Booster. But Tracy has found Speed Booster at Croc. I could perhaps see Tracy dipping into X-Ray before going to Meridia. Possibly Waterway, but possibly not. I don't know, I'd probably go to Meridia first and check through the major items that you're gonna run into anyway. Like Mama Turtle is not that far out of the way, and then you've got Batu and E-Tank and SpaceJump to check. So that's 3 items right there that you don't have to go out of your way for. And then maybe do X-Ray and Waterway after to avoid having to check Shack Tool or Plasma. Lots of options. Obscure's gonna have a pretty comfy hell run, actually. Still gonna take a save. Not a bad decision. Space Jump and Screw Attack make the 3rd room in the hell run really easy. Alright, let's see what's at Mama. Did we see what? No, okay. Just getting the charge again. You can make a jump. Oh, it's Varia! So let's go mode for Tracy. We in go. And she's actually gonna go straight to Lower Norfair now, instead of clearing Meridia. A little bit faster this way. Yeah, Obscure is doing a lot better in the Supers department than Tracy is, but it doesn't matter as much without... or with... Oh no. I didn't see if he saved before doing the reserve. Okay, he did. So he can just leave that, I think. Go to Croc now. Croc is the way. Okay, he's gonna do speed and wave first. It makes sense. Gets his grappling beam, which is pretty useless, so if he were to take a death, it would not be the end of the world. Bubble Mountain is pretty much all garbage. And Obscure cannot Crystal Flash because he only has 10 power bombs. Alright. Oh, I should switch the audio, shouldn't I? I missed the dramatic entrance into Lower Norfair. I feel so bad. The drama. Alright, Obscure's only gonna find, what here? Spazer? He might pick it up for the same reason that Tracy decided to pick it up. But it won't be necessary. Yeah, Obscure finding Ice Beam in the wreck ship would have been pretty good for him. He wouldn't have to find another power bomb to get through Turian easily. You can get through it just with 10 power bombs. you need at least 12, so you will need to get a couple drops from the Metroids. Alright, now Obscure is gonna go to Croc. And even with the heat reduction of gravity, you'll see a lot of people go right to Lower Norfair, but since Obscure doesn't have enough power bombs to do any crystal flashes, I do not expect we'll see that. And he can just go. He's got plenty of health to get to Croc, and there's a health refill right there. Maybe he is not aware of that, though. Yeah, that pathway is not taking a whole lot, but at least in Randomizer, not a whole lot, but it's there. Alright, Tracy is on her way to Ridley, and Obscure on his way to Gravity Suit. Be kind of funny to see him just bail. But he'll have a much easier time getting the grapple beam item than Tracy did with the space jump. Alright, 15 supers. She'll need like 12 of these charge shots to make up for the other 15 supers. No problem. Tracy using the screw attack to its full advantage. Lightning screw won't help with. Well, look at that, she had the magic blown up Ridley without getting grabbed. Very rarely seen. Alright, speed for Obscure and X-ray for Tracy, which actually will come in handy for she can now microwave Batoon, Dragon, and Fantoon. I said Batoon, John. Alright. So Obscure will need to definitely make sure to go ahead and check Mama Turtle. I wouldn't pick up any more ammo if I were him unless it was a power bomb. Other than that, it's time to go, go, go. Tracy does not check fire fleas to see if she can snag Ice Beam, which I think is a good move. In her perspective, there's a lot of checks out there, and the odds of that being Ice Beam are really low. I think Obscure, when he gets to the point, I think he should check it. Mostly because he doesn't have 15 power bombs. And also because he's checked more items than she has. Alright, let's go mode for Obscure. It's actually a shot block that he's powerbombing. But that's okay, it can get confusing, because these here are powerbomb blocks. So he's actually gonna clear up Meridia first and then go to Lower Norfair. Which is fine, it's not that much slower, but it is a bit slower to do Meridia first. Alright, Batoon E is vanilla. So that leaves Ice Beam either at Fireflies or Waterway, or at SpaceJump, Spring Ball, or Plasma. Of which Spring Ball and Plasma are most definitely not going to be checked. Alright, Obscure will not have the luxury of microwaving Dragon. We'll see a nice microwave of Batoon for Tracy. Tracy only has 3000 HP though. Batoon only has 3000 HP, so it doesn't take that long to cook him. Alright, is it Ice Beam? It's not. Ice Beam is still at large. Nowhere to be found. Tracy is setting up for her Dragon microwave. If you crouch, you'll know exactly the moment that Dragon is dead because CMS will stand up automatically. It'll be a little bit trickier, but not bad without the ice beam. It'll do a little bit less damage. But that's perfectly done. And she will not check SpaceJump either, which is just an E-tank, so that's a good move. There's Ice Beam in the sand pit, and also another power bomb. So either or will help obscure out quite a bit. Getting us jump up here can be a little bit tricky. It does have the option to just spring ball up. There we go. But he's quite a bit behind enough that Ice Beam's not really gonna help him at this point. But yeah, that does mean we have a full tracker, so that's always exciting. Tracy pulling off the new route strat, the run and jump from the side of the room. Very nice. And using your angle button to stop right on top of that platform. And she's just got Phantom to do. The urge to shoot your beam is too great. I know the feeling. Yeah, there's not much that can happen to Tracy for her to lose her lead at this point. Obscura has the entirety of Lower North Fair to go still and has to get all the way back up. SpaceJump and Ice, neither nor both of them is gonna make him catch up. He would need like an actual death from Tracy to catch up. I think even if he was done with Ridley at this point, he would still be quite a bit far behind. He just made a lot more checks than Tracy had to. I think it really kind of came down to the fact that he chose to check Hydra Boots first before checking Ice Beam, and I think therefore made the decision to instead of refill his health to do the hell run, he made the decision to go up to the wreck ship instead, and I think that really hurt him. I can't say for sure whether he would have made that decision either way, whether he got the refill from High Jump Boots E-Tank or not. Not sure how confident he is in hell running no matter what amount of health he has, but Yeah, I think that was the real turning point. Just not finding anything good in the wreck ship other than SpaceJump. Alright, Trace is ready for Turian now. We're going in. She will have to power bomb the Metroids. I usually like to turn off screw in this case, but she might elect to leave it on, just so she doesn't take too much damage from the Metroids. But we'll see. We'll see what she chooses to do. She'll probably refill here so she has her full supers. Yep. And Obscure will go right into Ridley. Has the full beam combo. So there's 20 shots, nothing to worry about. Could use some supers if he wanted to, but then the math just gets weird. Alright. So 3 power bombs will kill the Metroids. I think she lost 1 or 2 of them. I don't know if those power bombs are gonna hit that first guy. We'll see. She has plenty, so it's not a big deal. But maybe it did. No, it didn't. Okay. There he is. Little rascal. That's pretty much why I like turning off screw, at least for these rooms, because you make the Metroids bounce off of you. Yeah, Obscure has pretty much everything. Did not check or pick up the X-ray scope behind Ridley though, so we're gonna have to dock points for that one. But that's alright. He's in go mode. He's ready for Turian now. Tracy, gonna damage down here. Try to kind of manipulate it so you lose your iframes by using the charge beam. And make this baby cutscene a little bit faster. Alright, taking the refills, unless she learned Speed Booster Zeb Skip while I wasn't looking, she's gonna have to actually kill the Zebs with missiles. So we'll see how she pans this out. The Zebs have 1100 HP each, but if you shoot them with only missiles, they'll actually take 12. Just because they regenerate little by little. She's going all supers. Kinda weird, but she's got plenty of missiles. You only need 36 missiles at most to actually hit the brain, so you need 6 to break open the glass. 6 projectiles of any kind, and then 3000 HP. That damage needs to go directly into the brain. Alright, this will be a 24 shot Mother Brain for her, without the ice beam. So just a little bit more than normal, like any percent. Yeah, she doesn't want to go under 3 E-tanks here. Mother Brain is getting awfully close. Okay, yeah, back up, ma'am. Ma'am. Alright. That's all for Tracy. Tracy just needs to wait it out and do the escape, and she's home free. In the obscure situation, he actually won't have to refill up the ship. Unless he doesn't know Ice Zeb Skip. I'm not sure if he does or not. But if he doesn't, then he will need to refill up the ship, probably. That would be safest, at least. He doesn't actually have to. Mother Brain 3 is 36 shots with the Hyper Beam. The farther back you stand from her, the more lag you're going to generate with the Rainbow Beam or the Hyper Beam. But it is a little bit safer to stand back most of the time. So Mother Brain 3 still hurts. Alright, we escaping. We out of here. Will she save the animal? No, she won't. She won't save them. Right, Obscure and Turian. Let's get grabbed by this last Metroid. You can get the Metroid off of you with bombs. It's a little bit tricky though. I don't even like doing it because I'm bad at it. Tracy, take a little swim before you come up. Gotta make it dramatic, you know? We live for the drama. Escape is always the hardest part, especially like this parlor area. Especially when you're in a race and your opponent hasn't won yet. You just always think that they're just gonna snipe you. Alright, Tracy has finished with an official time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 2 seconds. So GG to Tracy. That will put her team, the Hylian SpaceJump Frogs, at 3-1, coming into week 3 of the league. So that is fantastic. We'll see if she's gonna come in for an interview. Alright, meanwhile, Obscure is gonna go ahead and turn off Screw. Makes the traditional way of doing the ice sub skip possible. And we welcome in Tracy M. GG.
Hey, thanks, GG. That feels good. I didn't get a lot of these the last first 2 seasons, so.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I think it really just came down to, I think, kind of the
Oh
a little bit
man,
more of the niche rando knowledge.
Obscure has everything. Except the X-ray.
I think really the turning point was when you guys entered Norfair, Upper Norfair. You actually chose to check ice first, and then go to high jump, and you got a refill E-tank at high jump.
Yep,
Well, he
that's
checked
why
high
you do
jump
it.
first. Yeah, exactly. I think that little bit of knowledge put you in the lead. I think the fact that he did ice second took a lot of his health and didn't want to refill to do the hell runs, so he decided to go up to the wreck ship at that point. He checked X-ray, nothing there. Wreck ship, the only wreck ship had was Spring Ball and SpaceJump.
Oh, I missed the space jump, but didn't need it here. Would have loved to have had it. You know, everyone knows it's my favorite item. But where was Ice Beam? I guess oh, there it is. Reserve tank Meridia. Yeah, I wasn't getting that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he also, when he got Varia, he just finished Meridia at that point, which isn't that big of a deal, but I know you went down Lower Fair because it's a little bit faster to do it that way.
Yeah, getting Varia at Mama Turtle is just immediate U-turn. There's no reason. And I was debating even whether to check Ridley, and picked up the X-ray scope. Almost didn't pick it up, and then I was like, wait a minute, I have like everything but Ice Beam. Went right past the E-tank at Bot Wound because I don't do stand-up anyway, so there's no point in picking up the 7th E-tank. And didn't even check Dragon, so, you know, the only thing it could have gotten me is Ice Beam at that point. I just didn't care. I did continue to keep picking up ammo, though, because I didn't expect to get Ice Beam. And I wanted to make sure I could do all the Zebs and do Mother Brain 1 without having to refill. And I think I wasn't too far off on that, so that extra ammo really paid off there.
Yeah, it was definitely a good call to not look for Ice Beam, because you wouldn't have found it where you were gonna look. And you had, you know, you still knew that you had the whole wreck ship out there, so the odds would be a lot lower for you.
Oh, absolutely. Plus X-ray, plus Waterway, a lot of Gauntlet. I mean, Ice Beam literally could have been anywhere because we had access to Meridia with the speed booster, so. I do wish I'd done Croc before the Bubble Mountain Hell runs. Would have avoided a little bit of that trouble going over and getting that Spazer at Wave Beam and having to reset because I didn't feel like I had enough health and didn't want to waste the crystal flash there. So I was like, okay. And then I almost reset the Spazer, and then I'm like, well, I don't have speed booster yet. If I'd already had the speed booster, I could just reset the Spazer and just not cared about it.
Yeah, I noticed, I think, like, the slight hesitation, and I was like, oh yeah, it's dash. Spacer could be important.
Yeah.
Um,
So I kept the Spazer just in case. Didn't end up needing it, but it's whatever. It all worked out.
Yeah, and the early real charge beam was pretty nice. Kind of ironic for Dash, but
Yeah, I know, right?
really nice.
I'm a little sad we haven't gotten to show off a lot of the neat Dash things too. Also, I wanted to say I really was happy with my Ridley fight. As a lot of people that watch me a lot know, I really like to do the super fight. But of course, I didn't want to be looking for another 15 supers before going into Ridley, so I was very happy with the way that went. Although I must have miscounted somewhere because he just spontaneously combusted when I didn't expect it. I didn't think he was quite dead yet.
Yeah, I didn't think that you had overkilled him either. It was a surprise to me as well, but I wasn't counting exactly.
Looks like Obscure's gonna finish up pretty soon, so I'll wait around for him to come in.
Yep, he's almost at the climb of the escape. Yeah, and I think just any advantage that SpaceJump gave him, like being able to check the X-ray and stuff, those locations just didn't pay out for him. Alright, well with that, Obscure Life Form has finished in second place with a time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 45 seconds, so GG to him.
Yeah, GG Obscure.
We'll get him his invite to come in and talk if he would like. Alright, we are joined by Obscure Lifeform. Welcome, GG.
GG's Tracy, well played.
Yeah, thank you. GG's to you too.
Thanks.
Yeah, you got yourself nearly a full clear of that seed. Is there specific things that you liked or didn't like about it?
It was very frustrating, the lack of early PBs. And I was kind of like, okay, what's going on here? Where are my PBs?
I'll get used to it. You're going to see a lot of that when we get to the very randomizers.
Oh, I believe that. So I was like, okay, so I got some power bombs, and I was like, okay, let's just go crate and everything, and then went down to like Upper North there, went to Ice Beam. I can't remember what was there. I think it was like Wave or something, and I had like 2.5 energy tanks, and I was like, okay, I haven't got enough to Crystal Flash, and I really don't have enough health to start hell diving. So I was like, I've got a choice. I could basically go fill up by the Spazer check and refill my health and then go hell diving, or I can just go up to wreck ship.
Yeah, I liked
Question for you:
the play.
Did you go back to Edicoons after you found your power bombs? I think it was just an E-tank, but at that point we were pretty low on them.
Yeah, I never went back.
Oh yeah, okay. That happened too. Yeah, only you went back for the Edicoons.
Yeah. 6 E-tanks is pretty cozy. I'm pretty happy I had. I mean, the Mother Brain fight was fine, but I have to admit I was a little bit nervous because I've gotten so used to SMZ3 where you have a bazillion E-tanks and a bazillion of your ammo. So.
Yeah, your hell run through Tibbo Mountain was pretty good. It was so good that I didn't even realize it was over already. Yeah, I thought it was a good decision, Obscure, with the position you had yourself in, with just the 3 E-tanks to just go ahead and go back up. 4 items in the wreck ship plus X-ray if you can get to it. Gauntlet was still available. Could have been a good movement item. Fortunately, there wasn't a suit up there.
Yeah, it's just the way that Rando goes sometimes.
Yeah, I did the Ice Beam Hell Run first, and then got an E-Tank at high jump boots. And I think that was my 6 E-Tanks. I don't know if I picked up another one after that.
That was pretty well done. That you done it that way around, because I went high jumps first, then got the ice beams.
Mm-hmm.
Then I only had 2.5 energy tanks. I was like, oh, I can't. I just don't have the energy.
Yeah, I was hoping that I'd find the energy tank at high jump after the Hell Run. That was the plan all along. I'll often do it the other way if I have speed booster, because then it's not as big a deal to go over to Croc. But no speed booster at the time, so didn't do that.
Yeah, there actually weren't any E-Tanks in Bow Mountain or at Croc.
Yeah, that's crazy. Only one E-Tank all Upper Norfair.
Yeah, just a reserve at the reserve, I think, and then everything else was stuff.
Yep. Lots of stuff.
Yeah, I feel like the moral of this seed was go Croc and win games.
It can also lose games too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Croc is
yeah,
nice double-edged sword there.
I was like, oh, gravity suit, okay. At least I've got Meridia to search. Oh, speed boost here as well. I was like, Croc is stacked.
Yeah, I'm a little sad. I missed the gate glitch, so I had to bomb jump up there too. That was annoying. Gate glitches are those things that just sometimes just go, and then the next time you do it in first try, and it's like whatever.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because I went wrecked ship. I actually done a dash only trick. Got is it the reserve tank up in wrecked ship?
Oh, nice! You got to show off. You got to show off the dash stuff.
Yeah, I did. So that was actually SpaceJump. So I had SpaceJump to go over to.
Oh yeah, I would have done the same. Yeah, I would have gone for SpaceJump with those bombs.
Yeah,
actually, I don't know if I would have, but I would have been very sad if I would have not done that.
You have to get SpaceJump.
I know, right?
Item. Yeah, Obscurity did a really good job with the wall jumps up there. With that patch of spikes, they can be a little bit tricky to get the bomb placed as well.
Oh yeah, had to CWJ as well, which is I really hate doing. It took a while to get that.
Right, because Grapple was up at Bubble Mountain too.
Yeah, there was just nothing around there, so it took a good 5 minutes or something to get it. So I lost a bit of time there. Maybe not 5 minutes. I don't know how long it took. But it took me a little while.
Well, it's good to it's a good thing to be able to do though. Regardless, it feels good to do that in a run. I remember the first time I did it in a race, and it was a race I lost to, and it still felt good to be able to say, yeah, I did a CWJ in a race situation. So
yeah, it's certainly not abnormal to take a few tries to get it. So I wouldn't feel bad about that. Alrighty, friends. Is there anything else you two would like to say before we close up shop?
Well, we're playing you guys next week, Bunny, so should be fun. Looking forward to that.
Hey, Tracy, want to race?
I suspect it's going to be me and you. That's given that me and Azure have the open schedule and Cross and you don't.
Alright, Tracy, we'll race next week.
Sounds good.
So look out
but yeah,
that.
Also GG's to Obscure Lifeform, and of course thank you to you for doing the commentary, and I believe 2D Tones was doing the tracking for us, so shout outs to 2D Tones and all our trackers. We've had a lot of new people tracking, both from the SMZ3 communities and the ALTTPR communities come over, and definitely a lot of huge appreciation for all of them to come in and help us out.
Yeah, absolutely. Big thanks to our trackers. GG's to both of you.
Yeah,
Before
GG's.
we close, I'll just mention in about 40 minutes there's another race at 4 p.m. French Force and Gravity Skip. And then another race at 6, at 7, 9, and 9:30. Special mention to our 7 o'clock race. That will be the Good Boys in Funky Town. Probably two of the favorite teams to win the league.
Kip versus Sloters on that one. Don't want to miss that one.
Don't miss that one. That one's at 7. So you'll be able to catch all of the other races as well. And then tomorrow will be our last day of week 2. So don't want to miss that. Thank you all for watching, and GG's to our runners. I hope everyone has a great day.